Hello everyone, the lighting collector here. What you're looking at is a very unique F8T5 Lampi undercabinet fixture. If it's kind of a modern or European style, whatever they were going for, I don't really know. Now this is F8T5 and it's preheat. And it's interesting the way that this was designed. So it is European made as well, basically. So it has no cover, obviously, for the ballast. But again, it has that unique, I don't know, Vossloh Schwab, I think is how you say that. But they have that brand again, and it can do either a 4 watt, a 6 watt, or an 8 watt. And then your starter socket is here on the other end where the ballast is. It's just got a standard FS2 that can go all the way from 4 watts to 22, which is interesting. Usually the FS2s don't go that low, but this must be European spec, because I think the European ones are like that. And it has a warm white tube, as all Lampi stuff does. So yeah, it's neat. You can mount it obviously there, and it has different spots for the wire, either right there, whoops, or on the side. I don't know why the wiring is sticking out like that, but it was already like that, and I didn't feel like altering anything for the video. So yeah, it's made out of metal, except for the ends are plastic. Just pretty standard Lampi stuff. Unique lamp holders even for the T5s. It's very interesting. So I got this off of eBay, new in the package a while ago, and didn't even open it until a couple years back. So we'll do a couple startups with the cover off, and then we'll do some with the cover on, just to show the difference. And I need to see, okay, so it's off on the switch. Really? That's interesting. Oh. There we go. It was just being slow. So it's actually a pretty boring startup, I must say. You know, this may be a European style. Yeah, I think this is like a no blink starter. It's all, it might even be electronic. Wow. Yeah, this is like the most predictable preheat I've ever seen. I've never wired this up to see how it started up, and I can remember, but let me swap that out and see what it does with one of these. Your American starters. If I can get my, there we go. 'Cause I'm curious. Yeah, see, look at that. It is blinkier. Way more interesting. I do not know how old this is, but I think this was one of their newer products that before the company, I guess, went under, whenever that was, I mean. It's very interesting. So now let's pop this here cover on and see what it looks like illuminated. Not so sure I'm a fan of the lack of a cover for the ballast, so it's going to be shadowed in there. But then again, This is an under cabinet fixture, so you're not going to look at it very often, most likely. That wasn't the intention anyways. But yeah, you can kind of see it's not too bad, but there's still an area of shadowing. So you would probably have it like this with the bulb facing the front of the counter. And oh, okay, I forgot it does have a date on the back. April 3rd, 2000 is when this was made. So yeah, I think as far as I'm aware, this is my newest Lampi product I own. I don't know exactly when the company went out of business, but it seems it was around this time period, and obviously this isn't as old as some of the other German-made stuff I have, because it just says made in Germany, so it's after the wall fell, and 2000 is 11 years after the wall fell. But yeah, this is a really neat fixture that I hope to put in use at some point. I don't know if I'd be cool with mixing it in with my standard American style under cabinet fixtures, or if I would want this to be in its own area somewhere, but I would like to use this. I do like that while it is hardwired, it still has its own switch on it. That's cool. But yeah, figured I'd swap the starter. It's actually kind of cool that I have a European style European electronic starter. It says with condenser, but the way it starts up, it's like those reduced or anti-blink starters that they have in Europe, because unlike here, preheat was actually innovated upon in Asia and Europe, and even South America for that matter, and even Mexico. So basically, any country that isn't the United States or Canada had preheat stuff all the way until recently, and actually innovated upon. Like, they have instant starters you can put in now, which is even faster than that. The quick starters, they have legitimate instant ones. They've got special electronic ones that do the same thing as this, where it's a predictable startup every time, and it's calculated to be the right amount. It's almost like program start for us, like the ballast type, but it's just a starter. So the ballast is still magnetic, and to make it do that, all you do is change the starter. We never had anything like that here, because by the time that stuff was being invented, we were so deep into rapid start and getting rid of it and getting into the instant start phase and program start phase too. So that's cool. I actually want to use this and try it out on a couple of my other fixtures of different wattages, the 15 watts and the 20 watt stuff, since it can go up to that wattage. I'm curious now. I'll have to try that. And it doesn't make any noise either. It's very interesting. This one is quiet too, but this is an American made starter from, I think, the 70s or 80s. Anyways, enough of that. I just thought it'd be cool to make a video of this. I wish I remembered where I have the container for this. I think I still have the box, or all the Lampi stuff I have came in these like plastic, very thin plastic square thing, or boxes that go around the fixture, and it's almost like a sleeve, and then they're decorated with different graphics, but they're clear, right? And then they have all the literature inside. I don't remember what they called this. I think it was literally just called an under cabinet fixture as far as I remember. So no fancy name like the other stuff I've got. But this is just really neat. And I need to make a video of the... Oh, I have to remember the name of it, but the wraparounds I have, the one that's over there, I gotta get the bulbs for it first. They are somewhere. I can't remember where I put them. But yeah, oh, I think they're in my small fluorescent tubes box actually. That's really it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and thanks again for watching. Whenever I do install this somewhere, I will definitely make a video of that. But most likely I won't be having any kind of under cabinet lighting in a kitchen until I own my own home, just because it's never really a good idea to do that in a rental place since it involves drilling into the cabinets, sadly. So I got a little bit of that in my childhood house before my parents divorced, and then once we sold the house, we've been renting ever since, and so I haven't been able to do these under cabinet lighting setups like I wanted to. So whenever I install this somewhere, I will definitely make a video of it. Thanks again for watching. Hope you enjoyed.